we go to the scorecards. We have a split decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Glenn Feldman scores about 114 to 113 in favor of Keith Thurman. Judge at ringside, Dave Moretti scores about 115, 112 in favor of Manny Pacquiao. And judge at ringside, Tim Cheatham sees it 115 to 112 in favor of the winner, boxing's pride of the Philippines, the ageless wonder, the one and only current WBA welterweight champion of the world, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao!
And what? He was 40 years old when he did this? Basically, when he comes back, when is the date again? Is August the 21st? He's going to be taking on Errol Spence, current WBC and IBF 147-pound champion. It's going to be, August the 21st, 2021. Manny Pacquiao, 62-7-2 with 39 KOs, current WBA super, or is he champion in recess right now? Let me go check real quick. I believe he's champion in recess, but basically he's the WBA champion at 147 pounds. Yeah, there he is. At 42 years old, he's going to be taking on 27-0 with 21 KOs, Errol the True Spence. So to go on and start off, but I'm going to go ahead and say it, because this is the time, when Manny Pacquiao is about to have a fight. His fans, good and bad, but the bad ones start crawling out of their holes, start throwing a whole bunch of bigotry around. You sicken me. You need Jesus. Because what I'm about to say here is this. I can't confidently say that I have Manny Pacquiao defeating Errol Spence. Ironically, I had Manny Pacquiao I predicted that he was going to defeat Keith Thurman. But in this case of Errol Spence, a 42-year-old Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence right now is 31 years old. Looking at the resume, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Mikey Garcia, okay, all right, Lamont Peterson, Kell Brook, Chris Algieri, he's stacking up some nice names on this resume. And to get Manny Pacquiao's scalp, yes, it is a 42-year-old Pacquiao, and I don't want to make age excuses, but we got to talk about it. The last time Manny Pacquiao fought was when he fought Keith Thurman. What was that, July the 20th of 2019. By the time he steps into the ring, it'll be a 25-month layoff. Would I like Manny Pacquiao to win and sail off into the sunset? Yes. Do I think he's going to win and sail off into the sunset? No. But my God, big scrotum balls on Manny Pacquiao. Huge balls. Balls that you or I, we can't carry around those balls. We're not multi-division champions. We're not going down in history. We're not likely going to be highly unlikely, impossible, likely to be the president of the Philippines. Next year, he's a candidate for the 2022 presidential elections of the Philippines. So Floyd Money Mayweather, I love him to death. He can talk all the shit he want about how much money he made and he don't need to fight. And, he beat Pacquiao when people said Pacquiao was going to beat him, including myself. Okay. I said it, okay. Manny Pacquiao is a legend, and he has much more or more than money can buy. He has a whole nation behind him, countries, millions of people. Floyd Mayweather, he has fans, but he don't have what Manny Pacquiao has outside of maybe more money. More money. But my God, what Manny Pacquiao was doing You know, and he was in talks to fight Terrence Crawford. But we know it's Errol Spence now. I mean, for what he's doing, you know, the Jeff Horn fight, okay, yeah, he lost the fight. He didn't take Jeff Horn seriously. 2017, one fight against Jeff Horn, boom, lost that. 2018, Lucas Matisse, people thought that maybe Matisse would have had his number. He stopped him. Adrian Broner, okay, all right. And people wasn't picking Adrian Broner, but people were more so impressed how Manny Pacquiao looked. And then the Keith Thurman fight was just going down in history right there. And now Errol the Truth Spence. So it's going to be on PBC, on Fox pay-per-view. And as we do with all Manny Pacquiao fights, it's going to be full coverage here. Press conference, weigh-in, any media events, any shoulder content, PBC Fight Camp, PBC Countdown. I bet they're going to put their all into this. It's going to be taking place in Las Vegas. We know that it's happening. We know there's been an announcement, but there's no full official details yet in regards to ticket pricing and things like that. I'm guessing the pay-per-view is going to be $74.99. I wouldn't be surprised if it's $69.99 if they go down, because looking at the price of Mayweather's last pay-per-view against Logan Paul, even though it was Logan Paul, seeing it for $50 was still kind of surprising for me, even though I understand a lot of you may say you wasn't going to buy it. So what I'm going to say is this. For the long-time viewers, you know how I get down. By time Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao step into the ring, I'll probably have done maybe 20, 30, maybe 40 videos. This is just my little announcement video, and there's going to be so much to talk about like keys on both sides. You know, of course, we're going to try to find a way for Manny Pacquiao to win, but, you know, fighting a younger fighter with the southpaw advantage not being there anymore, being, you know, with Errol Spence being a southpaw fighter himself, the bigger fighter. Yes, Manny Pacquiao is the A side. He'll be able to control a lot of things, but still, nonetheless, he's still 42 years old. You know? So win or loss, he still got to, like, you know, for him to have this as his last fight, and I'm pretty sure this is going, I don't know if it's been officially announced yet, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be his last fight. For this to be his last fight, you know, legacy is everything these days, man, in boxing. Now, let's go look at the division as a whole before we go. My website, FightView360.com, down below in the description box. We have our rankings updated monthly in accordance to the sanctioning bodies, WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO, even the Ring Magazine. Errol Spence, of course, WBC. Your Dennis Ugas is the super champion. The WBA situation is just a mess. But let's just say Manny Pacquiao is the champion. And when Manny Pacquiao's not fighting, you Dennis Ugas is the champion. Errol Spence has that IBF. Terrence Crawford has that WBO. And he might be fighting Jose Zito Lopez, or somebody in this top 15 rankings that Lopez is not ranked. I wouldn't be surprised if Heyman did that on purpose. Pulled his key fighters from the rankings, the ones that he knows Terrence Crawford not going to fight. Like, for example, there's rumors that Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford 2, Sean Porter versus Keith Thurman 2 are in the works. And Bud Crawford's out the mix. His contract is going to be up with Top Rank, my understanding, in October. You know, I'm interested to see what he does. Because it really feels as though, to me, PBC is keeping their fighters intentionally from him. I felt that a few years ago. You know, yeah, they'd throw him a bone with PBC fighter Felix Diaz. Throw him a bone with PBC fighter John Molina. But the big-time guys, he ain't been giving them to him. Al Heyman. So, let's see where this goes. I hope Manny Pacquiao really, really takes this fight seriously and not just in it for the check, because he can likely get his ass stopped or knocked out. This is a big deal, ladies and gentlemen. Errol Spence is no joke. And to the, you know, to the good, you know, Manny Pacquiao fans, to the Manny Pacquiao boxing fans, then you should know what I'm talking about. You know, age is there. You know, you can't just keep saying Manny Pacquiao's going to beat everybody. I'm not saying that he can't. But at this point in time, it's looking like he's going to get beat up. So go ahead, call me, another black nigger, or nigger, like you like to call me. Oh, look at this monkey coming on here and saying, y'all get like that. Go read some of the comments to my previous Manny Pacquiao videos. So go ahead, get it out of your system now. All right? Go ahead. Just let me have it in the comments. Go ahead, call me all kind of racist and all this, and saying I'm just only picking Errol Spence because he's black. It's old. I've been doing this shit for 10 years now. I'm tired of you. Shit. And I'm Team Mini Pacquiao for life. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe.